think this game was by us trying to build against a low block. Obviously the set pieces were really important and we knew that beforehand, and we took advantage. We could have scored first half already with a couple of corners and free kicks, and we took really advantage of that, and we know that this can be decisive in a football game.
The boys stuck to the plan, and that's the frustrating bit. You know, the plan looked to be a decent one today, and the boys really carried it out well, and we got success in the game in terms of, like I said, threatening moments, scoring a couple of goals, set pieces. So to concede, somebody said we were going to concede 3 today. I don't think they would have said off set pieces as we did. So hugely frustrating.
At the end, we lost, but we just have to keep the positive side of it, of how courageous we are as a team, how compact we are as a team, and we just have to take it to the next game.
You are 1-0 up. It's like this kind of little relief, and then all this chaos started around the throw-ins, and then you have to try to avoid throw-ins, which is really difficult in football. It was hard work, but we did it, and that we got all 3 points is what we deserve today, and so I'm really happy.
Well, it was a thoroughly entertaining game. I suppose the hero in many ways, not perhaps Mo Salah on this occasion, but Diogo Jota, who's had a tough injury-hit season, but scored 4 goals now in a week. Seems back to his best that we saw so frequently prior to that. He's a player you admire.
Yeah, I mean, he's someone who I've always admired, to be honest. You know, even his time at Wolves, you know, scored a lot of goals. I feel like Liverpool have missed him this season. You know, I've admired him. He's a brilliant player, and we've seen these clips, you know, how effective he can be. You see him here at the back post, you know, you look at his profile, he's only 5'10", makes first contact here, unlucky. Does well. Again, here you see where the goal comes from, you know, first one to be alive, you know, and that's a brave header. Yeah. You know, sees the defender's number and just gets in front there and gets the goal. I mean, yeah, and you know, you see him at the top of the picture there, just the energy levels, you know, he must have had a good rehab, because, you know, sometimes it's difficult when you've been injured, and, you know, coming back to get up to speed, you know, keeps it alive here, that desire to win it back, you know, work hard for the team, you know, something I think they've lacked over weeks. And here, you know, just the clever movement, getting into that red zone where you're going to score goals, and really impressed by this finish here, you know, takes there, and just to improvise and get that finish across the goalkeeper was fantastic.
It's not often you get that much time.
No, I'm sure he did. He probably couldn't believe the amount of time he got, but to be composed like that when you've been out for such a long time and finish. And here he's unlucky not to get the hat-trick. See here, he has a little look to see where the goalkeeper is, to try and lift it over him. And you know, that striker's instinct, and you know, just unlucky there. But he was fantastic today, really sharp, really impressed.
Yeah, he certainly was. To go to Anfield, Nottingham Forest, and score twice is quite a decent effort, particularly when you've only scored 5 goals away from home all prior to that all season. But in the end, it was set pieces that did for them, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
Steve
Cooper will be very frustrated this evening, and it's just the manner in which they conceded, and with these set pieces that we're going to see here. And you know, this one is a little bit unlucky because we've got Niakate who I think he's surprised by it, and it hits him on the shoulder, and then Fabinho kind of gets a free run into that zone that we've just highlighted there. And then, as Jermaine said, Jota's got more desire than Lodi on the line to go and get his goal. So it starts off like that, where you'd say, okay, fair enough, it's from a corner. This one is a shambolic setup. We've highlighted Freuler there. He's got his back to the ball. They're all over the place. I can't figure out who's marking who. The only one that's alive to it and bright is Jota. And to afford him that much space there, you know, when you're fighting relegation at Anfield, it's just criminal, and it's a great finish, as Jermaine highlighted earlier. But from Forest's point of view, what you want is a straight line, a straight defensive line, and all drop together, and they're all over the place. No one seems to know what's going on. And he's got time. That's as good as a ball that is from Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's as poor defending from Nottingham Forest. It's Freuler again on the wrong side of Mo Salah. He should be goal-sided between the ball and the goal. And then we've highlighted Mangala again. He doesn't really drop with the line, and he would be clearing that. Jordan Henderson maybe gets a free header also. If he's in that position, he clears that out of the box. He doesn't. And for the ball to be bouncing on the 6-yard box freely and Salah to tap it in, he must just be pulling his hair out this evening, because when you've worked so hard and you give goals away like that, we see the set pieces that they've conceded this season. That would be one of the reasons why they're in the position they're in.
Work required on the training ground for that one,
Definitely.
I would imagine.